I don't know anybody who does not like Hook. I'm sure there will be people out there who aren't a fan of it, but generally it's one that's very well received, and I completely understand why. This was released in 1991. It's directed by Spielberg, written, well, based on the books by J.M. Barrie, of course, with a screenplay by James V. Hart and Malia Scotch Marmo. It has a fantastic cast, which we will definitely be looking at in a moment. But I just want to take a quick look at the narrative, because I think one of the reasons why I love this is that it takes the story of Peter Pan, which is a well-loved story. I'm a very big fan of Barrie's works. And it shows us the story in a new light. The description from IMDb makes it sound quite sinister, but it's not as dark as this. The description says, when Captain James Hook kidnaps his children, an adult Peter Pan must return to Neverland and reclaim his youthful spirit in order to challenge his old enemy. It does sound a lot darker than it feels. Basically, Peter Pan is now an adult, and the best part of that is that he's Peter Banning, and he's played by Robin Williams, who is my favourite actor of all time, or one of them. And having this adult Peter Pan, he has a slightly different attitude, but he goes back to Neverland and he starts to have those feelings of how he used to feel about never growing up, and he unleashes this childlike quality. And if there's any actor who can deliver a childlike performance, it's Robin Williams, and he does an amazing job. It's great to have this different perspective of Peter Pan and Captain Hook and the characters that we grew to love. It's not just a retelling. It's kind of like this is not an official sequel, but certainly there's an element of it being a sequel because it's set years after. The narrative is so brilliantly executed. I love seeing Williams interacting with the Lost Boys. It's so lovely to see his performance. His performance makes this outstanding, to be perfectly honest. Dustin Hoffman is Captain Hook, and he's brilliant. Julia Roberts is Tinkerbell, which I wasn't sure how I'd feel about that. I couldn't picture her as Tinkerbell, but I have no complaints. Maggie Smith plays Granny Wendy, which is brilliant. Phil Collins is in it. There's a fantastic cast, very well cast, and it's award-winning and Oscar-nominated, which is, I'm a bit upset that it wasn't an Oscar winner, to be honest. So it was nominated for the Best Art Direction Set Decoration. The set is beautiful. The Best Costume Design, the Best Effects, the Best Makeup, and the Best Music. Unfortunately, it didn't win any of those. It was also nominated for a Golden Globe. Dustin Hoffman was nominated. But it has won quite a few things. It won the Award Circuit Community Award for Best Costume Design. The BMI Film and TV Awards winner went to John Williams. It's just an absolutely sensational film. The question I want to ask is, do you have to have watched Peter Pan to watch this? Any Peter Pan, or read the books, or be familiar with the story? I'd say in a way, yes. You could very quickly catch up, read a brief synopsis, and then watch this, and I think you'd still enjoy it, primarily because Robin Williams gives an absolutely incredible performance. But I feel like if you haven't seen Peter Pan, it's completely worth watching it before this. I'd recommend the Disney animated classic, but there are some other great adaptations as well. I'm personally quite a fan of the film Pan from, I think, 2015. Hook is one of my favourite Peter Pan adaptations or interpretations. Robin Williams' performance is perfect. It's good fun, wholesome fun. It's comedic. Williams' performance is just perfect. It's a little magical, there's a lot to take in, it's great fun, it's quite long, it's over 2 hours, which I think is a bit too long for a children's or a child-friendly film. It is rated universal, but aside from the length, I think it's pretty magical.